What's good, y'all? So I was just kind of sitting here thinking a little bit about one of the lessons my dad taught me very, very early on. And this lesson was control the head. Now, what he meant by control the head is when you breaking somebody down, somebody that crossed you, somebody that disrespected you. We're talking about fighting here, ladies and gentlemen. If you gotta bust somebody up, control the head and you control the rest of their body, right? And this lesson was very important to know. Like, it's very useful as a young kid to know how to kick somebody in the knee. It's like, okay, kick him in the knee, kick him in the inside of the thigh, punch the muscle here, grab the fingers here, grab the wrist here, apply pressure here, bring down the ears, apply a certain amount of pressure to rip off a freaking ear, clap the ears, to take them off balance, you know what I'm saying? Chop the throat, kick them in the nuts. All of that controls the body. So my dad, though, this is where I add the 2.0 version of it. Of course, my dad understands how to break somebody down like a master. Shout out to Big O, baby. But anyway, so like shout out to dad. But like, one of the things though is with the new models that come out, I gotta be the 2.0. Now, where he was talking about breaking down the physical, control the head, control the mind, control the body. I'm over here control the brain, control the way somebody thinks, control the body. What does somebody do when they're giving a very powerful speech? And they're starting to raise their voice and they're starting to really bring everybody up and everybody's getting hyped I controlled your mind with that. This is mind manipulation right here. But I'm manipulating you to go make your own decisions, to go seek out the things that will help your life. What you're seeing out here in the regular world is people that want to control your mind to keep you in this low vibratory, useless, sheep-like, bot-like state. But it's up to you. One of the things my dad taught me was the mind, the brain is the computer. Shut off the signal to the brain, the body shuts down. What happens when you're in a headlock? The oxygen is cut off to the brain and then you go to sleep. You go to shutdown, night. You understand? If I cut off the flow of the negative things in your life, if I make a super long video that's incredibly positive and uplifting, that was an hour that you spent listening to something uplifting, something that's trying my best to motivate you in the right direction. You feel me? That's an hour spent not watching something negative. That's the role I'm attempting to play in some people's lives. Control the mind, control the computer. Sometimes you need decisions made for you. Some of y'all are in this lowly state that y'all need the template. Y'all need the 3-step program. You need the 10-step program. But these are the steps. You gotta crawl before you can walk, but you gotta walk before you can fly type stuff. You know what I'm saying? You need the steps to rise until you start to take off on your own, until you start to get it. That's what I'm here for. I'm just here for you to start to get it. You don't have to have supreme cosmic, understanding, because half of you, not half, 99.999% of us, myself included, cannot handle cosmic information right now. Give me everything. Your head would blow up because you have not expanded your memory card. You haven't expanded your memory drive, if you will. You haven't expanded the data. You haven't upgraded from the 1 gigabyte to the 2 terabyte yet. And that's what you have to keep on doing, these upgrades. That's why I say I like to tweak myself. I tweak. If something's here, okay, let's upgrade this part, put that in. This is a machine. This is the computer. The computer can only run off of the software that's input into it. The porn that y'all are watching, the twerk videos, these women that are living these crazy lives, these women that are telling you to just use men for their money, these women that are coming out here to tell you how to hypersexualize yourself, ladies. Now I know y'all express yourselves differently. I'm saying the hyper, extra stuff. No art to it. It's just trashy. It's just ratchet. That's that type of stuff I'm talking about. These are all the viruses that you are installing into your mind. Hey, let me go look out this health food recipe. Let me go look at these crystals. Let me learn about exercise. Let me learn what this does. Let me learn what that does. That's programming that's benefiting you. That's the malware blockers. The virus protection. When you go out here and learn for yourself, when you go on the files that don't show up first on Google searches, that's when you start to upgrade and you start to make more and more and more room in your physical hard drive. When your physical hard drive is like at max capacity, or where you think it's like, yo, I don't know how to operate these programs, you get the completely new system rig that you set up. Then you make it your conscious, your subconscious. What is it that this computer, what is this hard drive operating at? What programs are in this one and what's are in this one? They're both part of the same unit, but what programs are in each one, right? So in your conscious mind, some of you are consciously thinking about that. I'm sorry if you can hear that crow, but it's like in your conscious mind, some of y'all are thinking about, how to better myself. How can I motivate others today? How can I make an impact today? How can I achieve my goals today, right? And then there's some of you that are like, how do I get more followers? Oh my God, I can't believe so-and-so just talked so much crap to me on social media. Oh my God, he thinks he's so cool with so-and-so. Oh my God, she thinks she's so, like, that's the type of stuff that some of y'all are putting in your conscious mind. Doesn't that sound that crow is annoying, I'm sorry. But doesn't that clutter your conscious mind? Aren't those a whole bunch of programs that don't need to be running in the backgrounds of y'all's phones? Some of y'all have so many pages and apps open in your phone, and you're wondering why your phone is running slow. You have 900 unclosed internet tabs. Close all of those out. Clear your cache. Clear the memory in your phones and in your computers as well. And then when you start to freely flow again, then you start to realize, wait a minute, I need to pay a lot more attention to what programs I run on my system. Now, one of the things I was joking myself about was how sometimes when I'm talking, I forget what my next point was. And like, I'm making audibles in my head. I'm like, wait. Was I going to talk about this first or that first? Or was it going to be this first and that first? And sometimes what I do is I put my body on autopilot. When your body's on muscle memory, when your body is on autopilot, that's your subconscious program. That's the bottom version. That's the bottom hard drive operating, right? So that's the program that starts to take over, while me in the conscious, I'm like, wait, what was I thinking? What was I go deep into my mind where I can literally hear my voice fade out, and I run back to the office. I'm like, where are my files? There it is. And I run back to the main hub, and I implant the download. I re-download the file, and it's like, and that's what I was talking about when I come back. It's like I literally can speak on a subconscious level now. And then while I'm consciously trying to remember what I'm saying, all I'm doing is feeding the machine. I'm just feeding it. Keep on talking. Yeah. Oh, that was a nice joke. Sometimes I'm judging myself as that was funny, my guy. I saw what you did there. Oh, shit. Where's that file? Stall. Run back. That's how some of these videos go for me, But this is what happens. Some of y'all don't know, like, if I were to plug up some of y'all's phones, like, assuming like your Androids, there's the DCIM folder. Some of y'all don't even know what that folder is. That's where generally your pictures are stored on a lot of Android phones. If you hook it up to the computer, you actually have to go through the files on the Windows browser, not the browser, the file explorer. When you open up the files and you go on your hard drive, I probably lost some of the older people with this one. But nevertheless, that's where it would be. That's where your pictures will be stored. Some of y'all don't even know all the folders that have been in your minds this entire time. The programs that have been running, the programs that you have been tricked into installing into your mind. Y'all got to do some spring cleaning in your minds. You can clean your house, you can clean your car, you can clean your office space, you can clean whatever, but you can't clean your own body and your own mind. Think about that. You know what I'm saying? Control the mind, control the body. How many of y'all got files? When you click play on them, all they do is play negative messages. Oh, I'm a loser. Oh my God, I'm never going to get that dream husband of mine. Oh my God, I'm never going to fit into that dress. Oh my God, bro, no one's ever going to see my muscles. I'm never going to be fit. I'm never going to be ripped. I'm never going to be rich. You see what I'm saying? Some of y'all probably just got annoyed in that little 15 seconds of me complaining to myself. That's some of the programming that y'all are literally perpetuating over and over and over. And somehow you've duplicated the files in your conscious mind and in your subconscious mind. So it's running double time. Even when you're not consciously thinking about it, you're thinking about it in the back of your head. You don't need duplicate files in your mind. You assign the one file to the conscious hard drive or the subconscious hard drive. They both run. It's just, what do you do? Oh, wait, you don't want it in either one of those? Then delete the file. Stop believing in stuff that isn't true. Stop believing in stuff that you haven't seeked out until you were okay with the final answer. You see what I'm saying? I see a lot of people that think like this, but a lot of people I don't like think about this. And they agree with this too. Wait a minute. Do I want to be part of that crowd? Let me do a little bit more research onto what this is. Let me find out that the Democrats were the ones that were pushing for slavery in the past. Let me find out that Biden ain't doing nothing. Republicans, let me find out that Carrot Man be saying a whole bunch of stuff that be making us look bad. Let me find out that he is actually doing a few other things that people don't know about, but then blah, 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 blah. Let me find out that the Clintons are freaking crazy. Let me find out that the Bushes let me find out that politics were never for you. What is up with all this noise today? But let me find out. That's a file. Politics is division. It's like the base level of division. It's like when you start to clear out the files, it becomes less cluttered to see what politics are. My president is better. No, mine is. We're the United States of America, where 50% of us don't like our leadership. That's real. What? That don't even make sense. My programming no longer supports that file. Y'all are trying to open up a Word document in Paint. You know what I'm saying? In the Paint file. All right, some of y'all that still didn't even make sense. That's like going to a canvas and trying to use trying to open up Google on a Paint canvas. That's what you are trying to do. That's what happens when you upgrade the programming, that ancient technology no longer works. The typewriter, the physical typewriter, does not work on Windows, on Microsoft Word anymore. When you upgrade the programming, the old way of thinking no longer matters to you anymore. It no longer matters. It's like, yo, that's old, outdated technology. Put that in a museum somewhere. We're on to the next level. That has no weight here. That has no utilization here. Scrap it. When you start to get rid of some of these files and you see what life feels like without these files running in your conscious and subconscious programming, everything starts to become clear. They've been downloading things into you since school. Since school. School is the biggest brainwashing camp. How many of you 40-year-olds and up? Who is the 13th president? Who is the 22nd president? What is the Ninth Amendment? Please recite the preamble to me. What was, and this is a very simple one, what was manifest destiny? How many tribes were slaughtered in the process of manifest destiny? Oh, we just got deep. See, they don't teach you that part in school. They just said, oh, we started off in Jamestown, 1607, and we moved across. We just walked across and we just started to build up and we made a great country. Whoa. See, these other programs I got, this other operating system I'm working on, they kind of show me how many people you trampled, destroyed, and slaughtered and destroyed and poisoned and all this type of other atrocious things. In my program, and I see this. So why y'all ain't never teach us that? So coming back to you 40-year-olds, how many of y'all know those answers? So how important was school then? Tell me, define to me some of y'all. Some of y'all know this, some of y'all don't. I'm talking more so to the older generations. What is a valence electron? What is a cation? What is an anion? How many protons, neutrons, and electrons are in the iron, for example? Can y'all list the first 3 things that are on the periodic table? Actually, give me the first element on the periodic table. What is Pythagorean theorem? What is a squared? What is sine, cosine, and tangent? You see how I'm starting to bring up a whole bunch of things that you were forced to learn that you do not use at all? That is an example of all of these stupid, useless programming that has been installed in us in these places that we call schools. They are filling up your memory banks, and they are also setting the parameters on what is smart and what is not. They are setting these parameters, and they are filling up your limited mindset. There's small, like when basically saying, they say red pill, blue pill. I say, I want the purple pill. I want the green pill. I want the yellow pill. It's like they're saying you only get 5 megabytes of data at this school. K through 12, you only get 5 megabytes of data, right? That's all you get. And if you're good at getting your good grades with this 5 megabytes, you're smart and you're going to do well in life. That's not the case, right? Because when you start to screw their programming and you skip all of that, that's when the success comes to you a lot faster. When you scrap this working for somebody else mindset, this sitting still and stagnant for 8 to 10 hours mindset, this working and sweating, like working for the sweat of your brow for somebody else's pockets mindset that they taught you in school. A lot of it comes from there. But then a lot of it just comes from society and past traumas. These are files that are passed on from hard drive to hard drive. It's a virus. Generational curses are just a virus. You opened up the file that your hurt ass auntie gave you. You opened up the virus and now you got it. You now believe what she believes, even though you yourself have not experienced her heartache and her pain. You accepted that energy. You see the analogy here? Generational curses are as simple as going into your mind, going into the file explorer, finding the viruses, running your malware. Your malware is taking care of your health at your mind, body, and spiritual level. That is what all of this is for. This is what you're supposed to be doing with the information that's coming in. This raw data has to be processed in what you call your brain, the computer. All this raw data is what materializes in our physical world. This is nothing but zeros and ones around you anyway. But when you start to realize that you can activate the source code, aka manifestation, aka the center of Allah, aka returning to God, aka Ra, aka the sun, whatever you want, whatever program you got in you, whatever belief system you got in you, use it to your advantage. And if you find that a program is not working, what do you do if you an Instagram model taking ass pics and then you don't like the filters that this app provides you? Your thirsty ass is going to go get another app that does what you need it to do. Do the same thing with your religion. Do the same thing with your spiritual beliefs. Do the same thing with your physical fitness. Do the same thing with whatever. If it's not working for you, if it's bringing a whole bunch of, your memory is stagnating, your screen keeps turning off, you keep getting blue screen to death or whatever, you're having a whole bunch of virus pop-ups pop up on your screen, it's like maybe you need to change your programming one way or another. You see what I'm saying? It's like, I hope y'all are getting this analogy, the mind, blah, 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 blah. When all of the stuff comes into the physical reality, then you not only need to understand the mental and spiritual spaces, you need to understand the physical body. That's why I said me and my dad are complete opposites, but we're like polarities. It's like he's all about the physical, I'm all about the non-physical, but we can still switch information. But control the head, the body. Control the head, control the body. When you control the head, when you control the mind, you control people's thoughts. When you control their thoughts, you control their behavior. You control their actions. When you control their body in the fight, where you watching their head movement, and then it gets a little sluggish because you caught them with a couple sleepers, when it's time to finish the deal. Control the head, control the body. Control the head, control the oxygen supply, control the brain. Control the amount of force that's hitting their brain, the amount of shaking up in their brain to knock them out. Once the brain shakes, that automatically shuts down the program. That's why people get knocked out. That's why boxers, they learn how to take the punch. They turn with it. That's why the people super get knocked out when they get caught into the punch. And their head shakes, their brain shakes, they're done. So understand that. Understand the conscious and subconscious things. Understand the spiritual things that are going on. And you're going to be good to the next one.